Alright, we should be live now. Let me just make sure we have sound and everything looks good. Alright, we should be live now. Let me just make sure we have sound. Alright, everything seems pretty good on this end. So I'm going to give it just a minute in case people want to come from a notification I'm about to send out. Give me just a minute. Alrighty, I'm gonna just pull up the chat on my phone real quick and then we'll get started. Alright, so hopefully the signal holds out on the camera here. I have not started a stream in this configuration before, so we'll see how it goes. So a quick update of what's been happening since the last Project WeatherEye update is we have officially gotten the cables ran from the router there to the camera here, held up with actual clips instead of the duct tape that was holding it from there. And we also have I think it's a Cat6 cable running from the Wi-Fi modem there over here above the mezzanine, on top of the mezzanine above the office, and that comes back in over here and it drops down from the ceiling to a satellite router here. Because this building is pretty much entirely metal, the signal from the router over there was not making it strong enough into the office here unless this door was open, and we don't always want that door open depending on how we're climate controlling the entire space. Yeah, I could put it on the other screen, but why? I have it on my phone. We're good. So we have that taken care of. I got back from a trip to Menards and got a couple of things that we can do this evening. So more on that in just a minute. Some other things that have been going on around here is I completely messed up with this wiring sensor here. This is going to be one of the, it's the same sensor that's on one of the probe units, the data collection units for WeatherEye, and it's going to be mounted on the vehicle, so when I'm chasing or driving around, you guys can see the live temperature, dew point, humidity, and pressure. It's going to be mounted just on the back of the vehicle like this, kind of underneath this little platform. But the part that I messed up is I cut all this wire to the proper length and heat shrunk and connected it all here. I had two pieces of wire cut. This is one of the interior panels from the door, or from the back hatch. Well, what I did, I fixed it now, but I had connected both ends of the same cord to the sensor, so I only had to cut it in half to be able to connect the other ends eventually. So yeah, that piece of wire that I cut is completely useless, so that's nice. Well, yeah, we do have a microwave, as someone pointed out, brand new, with the lock sensor disabled, because that would have been absolutely annoying. It was a setting on there where you had to like push the unlock button like down here before you could actually open the microwave. It was the stupidest thing. So we got that disabled, luckily. And alright, I guess we'll get right into things here. So, Menards. I got some snacks. Those are not for now. I'm gonna hide this portion because that's for later. I have got got two different extension cords. One is gonna be used in a manner that is gonna be the surprise, and we'll do in a little bit after we finish the first task. The second one is because we need an extension cord around here that is not in use going from an outlet to a router or to a computer or anything. Because as I was trying to do a lot of this wiring stuff, I have my heat gun over here, but cord is only like 4 feet long and cannot go from the outlet here to wire something by the vehicle with a 4-foot cord. So we have an extension cord for that. That'll be that one. No, got a pair of gloves because why not? They were like $3 at Menards in a little kiosk. Got some self-tapper screws that'll be able to go through all the metal on the walls here so we can hang stuff up nicely without having to pre-drill a bunch of holes in the sheet metal. Tired of that. And the main task for this evening, fill and seal. Because around the HVAC unit in the front office here, there are large gaps and it keeps letting the cold air in from when it's windy and stuff. So I was here last night and I was absolutely freezing because the wind was absolutely whipping and it was not very comfortable. So what I ended up doing was getting just some paper towels and wadding them up and shoving them all around this entire thing. Over here, there's like almost an inch gap, and that, it was just outrageous. So we have some expanding foam that will be able to take care of that stuff, which shouldn't take too long. The longest part will probably be pulling all that paper toweling out because it's going to be a pain. So I'll come over here and grab the tripod so we can actually do something. And have the camera stabilized. So I'll also probably grab a pair of needle nose pliers so I can pull some of that paper towel out, because otherwise that's just going to be a pain to try to reach your hand in there. So yep, just walking back and forth. I'll take you guys with me because why not? Do I have them? Where did I put them? Not in the toolbox. They're not on the table here by the other pliers. Well, that could be problematic. I really don't know where I set those. Well, we just need something to be able to reach in there. These wire cutters will work. They're long and thin enough to be able to do that, so. We will do that. So let me switch the camera from here and put it on the tripod here. If I can mount it the correct way. Come on. No, what? We're just going back on this. This thing was working fine. Well, we can probably use this little mount here and clip it onto the tripod, honestly. Because why not? Maybe. Alright, we will try this. Okay, that should hold, you would think. Yep, there's a little Caesar's box. That was from yesterday. Fun stuff. So, here we go. Time to... Oh, as I'm doing this, I have a funny story about this futon here. So I was laying on it last night, and I had converted it from the couch position to the futon position by folding the backrest down, like a futon typically does. Well, as I was laying there, I may or may not have forgotten to put the extra legs down from the backrest. So next thing I know, I was laying on the floor. So that was fun. Let's see. Probably also need to grab like a flathead screwdriver or something, because some of these are just out of range. How far this can reach. But we have a special surprise that Vince does not even know about that will be completed this evening. So that could be interesting. Come on. Already, by removing this paper towel, and I can feel the temperature drop to like 5 degrees. I'm not even exaggerating. So I'm gonna go grab a flathead screwdriver and I will be right back. Alright, I have found a flathead screwdriver. Hopefully I can pry this back just enough to be able to grab it. There we go. Now we're making progress. The edge of this sheet metal on this side is kind of sharp, so it's trying to just rip the paper towel instead of actually pull it out. There we go. I was just shoving paper toweling in there last night until the draft stopped, but it was the best I could do with what I had. Alright, paper toweling should be out. I'm going to move this so that we don't get foam all over that. I can actually move this here like that. Try to keep the shadow out of there. There we go, zoom in for you guys. Oh, you guys just fell. Don't worry, I got you guys. I'll pick you guys back up. Well, maybe we can just set you here so you guys don't fall again. Or not. Man, isn't this so much fun? Oh, this is going fantastic. There, well, hopefully you guys don't fall again. So I got the can of spray foam here. It says you're supposed to shake vigorously for a minimum of 60 seconds. So I guess you guys have me able to watch chat for 60 seconds while I shake this. I'll be able to focus on chat. So See, I'm shaking it. I probably should have been counting, but I'm not. So I'll just say I'm at 20 seconds, why not? Honestly, I've used this kind of spray foam stuff before and I've never shaken it for the full 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Most of it's just, yeah, give it a couple shakes and then it's good to go. Okay, that's close enough. Good enough for me. Alright, so we've got that. Oh, it says wear protective eyewear. Always wear gloves and protective eyewear. Well, we've got our safety squints on. And we have running water, so that's good enough. But as you can see, this is probably, that's a good inch gap there. So, there we go. There we go. Now we're making progress. Ain't no paper towels now. I'm just gonna let this overflow because when it dries, we'll just clean it up with the utility knife. It's not a big deal. There we go. All right, now the bottom. Whoop. That, you guys did not see this. I'm definitely wearing protective gloves like the instructions say. I'll be right back. See? Good as new. Why did I just walk all the way back out there for a paper towel when I have like 50 of them that I pulled out from around here that are sitting right next to me? I don't know, but we're going to be very generous with the amount of foam that we use to seal this. Because I have 3 cans of it and we're still only on can 1. I don't think we'll need 3 cans obviously, but I figured, hey, it's good to have extra so that we can not have to run next time we need something like that. And there we go. I would say that is pretty firmly sealed. And there we go. We'll just toss this over onto what's left of Trash Mountain. Alright, I'll give you guys the grand tour. We have now put spray foam all around this to stop all the drafts from coming in. So that should take care of that. I am going to go over here and take you guys with me. I'm going to wash my hands real quick because that stuff is, it's making my hands tacky. There, you guys can look at the toolbox, I guess. Oh, I'll just be right here. Give me a second. Nothing a little Dawn dishwashing soap can't take care of. See who needs to wear gloves. Give me just a second. Alright. Now time for the surprise that we will be taking on. I know a couple people have been talking about it, and I was walking around the nuts, and I was like, well, it's right here. Might as well get it. Here we go. We've got Christmas lights. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a Christmas light install because we can, and they were like $5 a box. Let me zoom back out. So that's what the other extension cord is for. This one. So unpackage this electrical cord here. I had to get 2 boxes because I didn't think one was going to be quite enough. Alright, so where we're actually going to plug this in, I have no idea. Depends on where the end of the cables go for the light. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is put them up along this edge, see how far back they come. I think they'll probably come to about this corner. We'll lay them out on the ground first to see how far they go to make sure it won't look stupid when it's done. But for the record, I did not test these lights at all. So if they don't work, we're going to blame Menards. So here's an outlet. Anyways, I'll just magnetize you guys on the top of the vehicle for the moment. We're going to test these lights and then we're going to install them if they work, obviously. Okay, it's time to get festive, hopefully. Hey, they work! That's good. Now time for the other one. We're 1 for 1 so far, so that's promising. Alright, will we be 2 for 2? Thank goodness, we are. Alright. So now I'm just unwinding them and seeing how far they'll stretch. I think it says it's like 12 feet. And I believe this wall is, I don't remember, 25 feet or something like that. So, oh, I dropped you guys again. That's what I get for trying to readjust the camera with one hand and Christmas lights in the other. Alright, so plug these 2 strands together, and now we'll see how far they stretch. I'm just going to literally tie this to the garage door with the little pull string so we can stretch the lights and see how far they go. Alright, so that's the edge of the wall basically. Okay, here's the end of the first strand. It's like perfect for the length of this wall. So that is good news. So now we're going to grab the ladder and figure out where we're going to put these and how we're going to put these. Let's see. Well, we gotta start on this side, that's for sure. I'll move the camera in just a minute. I totally did not just set the ladder on one of the lights, so I'm hoping I didn't just completely shatter it, but we'll find out. I didn't hear any crunch. Let's see, what do we want to hang these with? I think I know. We didn't get those self-cappers for nothing. So I think what we're going to do is I have this case of different size, like P-clamps basically. You put the screw through there and it holds it together. We're probably going to install one of these on the end and then every couple of feet and we'll just fold them in with these self-capping screws. Should be simple enough. Oh man, or I can just use the screws that are already up there. I think I'll do that. I'm lazy. We'll save the self-capping screws when we actually need them. Since we have stuff up there already. Why do it twice? So I'm going to move the camera over here a little bit closer. I'm going to set you guys on the hood of the vehicle, I guess. Hey, this camera has pretty good image stabilization. You guys are almost at like a 30-degree angle and it's horizontally stabilizing it. So, time to come over here and grab a couple of these. How many we'll need? Anyone's guess. But we're going to start over here. Come on. Move the ladder around. And there we go. Okay. So hopefully this goes pretty smoothly. I think it should. Look at that. Don't screw out on it. Don't want to drop the drill, that would suck. This doesn't have one of those clips on it. I need to get one, but I don't have one yet. So we're going to grab this, put that right around there. And then grab, you shouldn't need a lot of these clips. It's literally holding up the lights, and that's it. There we go, there's one. See, simple enough. And yes, instead of actually picking stuff up off of the floor, I'm just pushing it around with the ladder because I'm lazy. This seems like a good distance. Do that. Put the little clip on it. Put the screw through the clip without dropping stuff everywhere, especially the drill. Line it back up. And there we go. And we'll just keep doing that down the remainder of the wall, which should not take long at all, probably a couple minutes. And then that'll probably be about the end of the stream today. Just a quick little stream and update. I haven't streamed from here yet, so I figured, no, it would be a good opportunity to have something to do. Once again, without falling off of the ladder, would be preferred. Let's see, where does this end up? Pretty much right by this plug between the two of them, so that works out well. Put that like that. Oh, I completely measured to the wrong space. I was measuring to the next screw. Why? I have no idea. Yeah, so it's like right between this red and green light. We'll just put the little clamp on there. That was the drill bit. Why it decided to fall, I have no idea. Should be locked into this connector, but obviously it wasn't. Oh, I gotta move trash out here so we can actually get the ladder into it. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. I'll grab three more of these for the moment. Let's see, probably right here. That seems good. Right between these. And I have no idea what's going on in chat right now because I can't see. I'll catch up on it when I'm done with this in a minute. We're just making things a little festive around here because we can. We'll do this one, and then one more at the end, and we'll call it good. Now all we have to do is plug it in, and then we should be good to go. Without dropping the drill. Alright, the lights are now up. Now I'll just grab the extension cord, figure out where the heck we want to plug this into. Make it stay out of the way. It's still functional. We'll try this out. Let's see if this will reach properly. One, two, three. Yay, they still work. Thank goodness. And there we go. We now have a festive portion of the WeatherEye headquarters. In just a second. I have no idea where I set my phone, but we'll figure it out. And by we, I mean me. Actually, we, because I'm carrying you guys with me. Oh, there it is. Alright, now I'm just reading back through chat, see if I missed anything. Here, I'll shut the lights off. Yeah. See, we are now festive. So I think that will pretty much do it. Just check back in here, see how our expanding foam is doing. Yeah, I think it says it gets tacky in like 45 minutes and it fully cures in like 24 hours. So I'll trim that off with utility knife tomorrow. Plenty good enough. But yeah, I think that will pretty much wrap it up for the stream tonight. I just wanted to do a quick little update slash video stream slash light install, just so you guys have an update from headquarters today, and so I could stream something from here and make sure that this setup that I'm using will work in a pinch. We have another streaming setup that we have that will be able to switch between all different cameras. Vince has been doing that already, but I didn't have my YouTube account set up with all that stuff, so I had to improvise with a way to stream this, and it seems to have worked pretty well from what I can tell on my end. So unless you guys have anything else, I think I'm about ready to shut this down. Thanks to everyone who joined in today. I saw at least one super chat come in and a couple of membership renewals and starting, which is fantastic. Never expected, but always appreciated. If you want to learn more about Project WeatherEye and what we're doing here and out in the field, you can go to Project WeatherEye, WXEYE.org, and you can read all about what we're doing and what we plan to do and how you can help out. So thanks everyone, and we'll probably, either Vince and or I will probably have another stream tomorrow.